Transcription number 243. 5 second. Start. Sir, I rise to present the budget for the year 2004-5. The budget has been formulated against the background of strong recovery in national income and agriculture and an equally impressive improvement in our balance of payments. These and other developments in the economy have been covered in details in the economic survey presented to the House a couple of days ago. I shall therefore be brief in reviewing the current economic situation. In order to fulfill our social commitments and protect jobs, government had to take over a large number of sick units and sustain them through injection of fresh resources. While some of them have turned the corner, a large number of them continue to incur losses. The time has come to undertake a careful review of the performance of sick units in the public sector with a view to reducing the drain on our resources. This is the government proposes to do. Economic viability must be the principal test for the survival of an enterprise. Honorable member will recall that when our government took office in January 2000, an important task before us was to revitalize the planning process and to give a new thrust to the program of development. I am happy to say that in the last 4 years, we have been able to achieve an unprecedented increase in the tempo of public investment. Within this aggregate, plans of individuals, states show a varied picture. Some states have managed their finances well. They have been able to raise additional resources and effectively utilize these to implement adequately sized plans, providing development and growth to their people. Unfortunately, some states, for reasons of their own, have used their resources for various other purposes. They have not invested their resources, including additional resources mobilized for development, and have also resorted to large overdrafts on the RBI. Unfortunately, despite these resources, some states continue to rely heavily on overdrafts even after March 2000. Their proposed deficits at the end of March 2004 would have harshly affected the size of their plans if these deficits were adjusted against next year's plan as per normal practice in considering the ways of overcoming this problem. I have found myself in a predicament. On the one hand, on finance minister of the country can remain unconcerned about the size of states' plans. On the other hand, if assistance is extended to defaulting states, the well-managed states can legitimately complain that they have not got their just rewards from the center for their better performance. For those states which have managed their finances well, I am working out a suitable scheme to provide some additional assistance to them in 2004-5. This is only just an appropriate. Mr. Speaker, sir, I am sure that the House will agree with me that despite severe resources constraints of its own, the central government has also done the maximum that it can to resolve the state's problem. The rest, however, is up to them. In the last 4 years, the present government introduced a number of schemes for the benefit of the weaker sections of the society, particularly in the rural areas. These includes the Integrated Rural Development Program, the National Rural Development Program, and the two new programs announced by the Prime Minister on 15th August 2003, namely the Rural Landless Employment Guarantee Program and the scheme for providing self-employment opportunities to the educated unemployed. Each of these programs is designed to create opportunities for employment and income generation for particular target groups while also creating productive assets. Finally, I should mention that the incentive schemes for better performance in selected areas initiated in 2003-4 will continue in 2004-5 also. As the House is aware, these schemes are designed to improve the functioning of the electricity boards and provide further impetus to the programs for small and marginal farmers, rural water supply schemes, environmental improvements in urban slums, construction of field channels in command areas, development projects, and adult education for women and elementary education for girls. A lump sum provision of rupees 200 crores is being made for this purpose. Lest the honorable members take me to be a magician who can do so much with a little, I hasten to clarify that the incentive scheme is designed to provide additional resources linked to perform for specified schemes. There are, of course, also separate substantial allocations for each of these schemes. I have only briefly touched upon the main priorities and objectives of the annual plan for 2004-5. In order to provide the maximum possible outlay for the 10th 5-year plan, I have taken special care to ensure that non-plan expenditure is kept at the minimum. However, certain increase in this expenditure are necessary and unavoidable.